Hello and welcome to WIN Stadium here in Wollongong. What a clash we've got coming your way this afternoon right here on NRL.com. We have the junior Kangaroos to host France. What a beautiful shot that is. A very picturesque stadium here in Wollongong. How many stadiums around the world have a beach right on the back hill? A lot of rugby league action to get through today. I'm joined in the commentary box by Chris Kennedy from NRL.com. Good afternoon to you, Chris.
Afternoon to you, Peter. Yeah, really happy to be here. Looking forward to this clash. The first ever from this new look format for the junior Kangaroos, now in under-23s, obviously, rather than the under-20s we've seen for a long period of time. Coach Mal Meninga's been very public about wanting a more streamlined pathway from the junior level through to the senior level, and all this business about putting the pride back in the jersey and players sort of seeing that the pathway's there. So I really looking forward to seeing what this side produces.
And of course the Australian Test coach Mal Meninga will no doubt be casting a very close eye on this match, and he has said throughout the week that any standout performances could be rewarded with a berth in his squad to play Tonga on November the 2nd. So the French are coming out now from the southern end of the field onto WIN Stadium. The gates are open. As I mentioned, a plethora of action coming your way. The junior Kangaroos, our first match on the card, up against the side on your screen right now, the French. Then we'll bounce into the Jillaroos and the Kiwi Ferns. And later tonight, the Australian Kangaroos hosting the New Zealand Kiwis. If you're in the area, come on down to WIN Stadium. What a day of rugby league. We're just waiting now for the junior Kangaroos. Ryan Pappenhausen, he's in sensational form, the fullback. Look out for him today. Speaking of the junior Kangaroos, here they come now. Coming out of the tunnel, led out, of course, by the captain, the 19-year-old David Fifita. What a season it has been for David. 7 tries in 24 games. And, of course, Brodie Croft, our vice-captain today for the junior Kangaroo.
Yeah, interesting to see during the week that Victor Radley from the Roosters nominated Brodie Croft as being one of the leaders in the team. Bit of uncertainty over his future. Is he going to head to the Broncos? Is he going to end up staying at the Storm? Those questions to be answered over the off-season, but he's got a job in front of him right now, guiding this team around the park against the French.
There he is right there. Doesn't look nervous at all. What a moment for him.
Please stand for the national anthems of France, followed by Austria.
We now stand by for both national anthems. What a stirring rendition of the Australian national anthem. We're almost set to rumble here. We'll go through the team lists very shortly. Here they are right now, the junior Kangaroos. As I mentioned, the young Bronco, David Fafita. What an outstanding campaign this season. Angus Crichton, he'll also be very hard to contain in the second row. And Victor Radley, back-to-back premiership winner, along with Conga and Pappenhausen at the back. And of course, they're coached by Neil Henry.
Just having a look at the French team, a few players to watch out for. Gavin Marguerite on the wing is a prolific try scorer. Hakeem Maludi from the freshly promoted Toronto Wolfpack, generally a centre wing or a fullback. He's playing in the halves. A few other Super League players to look out for from Catalans. Lambert Belmar in the front row. He's going to provide some punch up front. And Paul Seguier from Catalans also in the second row.
Our referee, Grant Atkins.
Wait for it.
And we're underway. Junior Kangaroos up against France. And it's a mistake by the Junior Kangaroos from the first moment here. It's gone out on the full. A penalty to the French right on halfway.
Just wondering if that might have picked up a little bit in the breeze, which is starting to stiffen up down there in Wollongong. But a bad mistake from the Aussies to start off, and a chance for the French early on.
They couldn't have asked for a better start. Their opportunity to shine right here, right now. That's Belmas. So the Australians tackling in numbers. There's three over the top. There's Victor Radley. So they now go from dummy half. They now find Seguier. Doesn't want to go into the ground until now. Finally put away there by Horsburgh. And also Radley. So opportunity now for the French. What a dream start for them. Their first set of 6. And they're inside the 10-metre zone of the junior Kangaroos. There goes the kick. There goes the chase. It's going to go into the end goal area. And luckily for the junior Kangaroos, it goes over the dead ball line. Cool, calm and collected, Ryan Pappenhausen.
Yeah, nice little work there from Hakeem Maludi. Just a little bit too much weight on the kick. We saw him producing that evasive running game through the nines. He's going to be a danger sign for them this afternoon.
So the Aussies now coming forward. This is Brian Kelly from the Gold Coast, 23 years of age. Another outstanding season for Brian Kelly. So the junior Kangaroos here looking good as they come to the edge of the Wynn Stadium. 3 in the tackle there. One of them over the top was Marcon. They couldn't put the Australians into the ground here. So the junior Kangaroos now, they're pressing on the 40. They're coming out to the edge. This is Lomax. Up and goes again. Improves his position before he's brought down there from Neverett. So the junior Kangaroos here, the pendulum, it's in their favour as it comes away again now. Fafita, he brushed away from one. Fafita inside the 10. What a captain's run. France under the pump. They go themselves, and there's the first try. Brian Kelly, he waltzes over. And the junior Kangaroos, they're up by 4 points to 0.
Did a little bit easy there in the end, the Kangaroos, but it was that huge run from David Fafita that set it up. All through the postseason, you thought his season was good. Then the PM's 13, the 9s, he's been doing this every time he cuts the ball up, just brushing away players, sets the French defensive line on the back foot, and then Callum Ponga just too much class with a nice little short ball for Brian Kelly.
Here it is on the NRL.com replay. Too big, too strong. Thank you very much. Brian Kelly. Only 23 years of age. Huge future. Cousin, of course, to Albert Kelly from the Gold Coast Titans. And James Roberts, as we know, coming out of the South Sydney Rabbitohs. And don't forget the NRL app as well, taking our coverage today. Get on board. All the information you would like to know is on the NRL app. Successful conversion, bringing a round of applause from our try scorer in Brian Kelly. A perfect start for the junior Kangaroos. For the first time, they're on the attack and they've been able to score.
It happened very quickly. Interesting to see there Zach Lomax taking the kick, a bit of a sharpshooter through the junior levels. He's got the duties ahead of Kalen Ponga and Ruben Garrick, who both also kicked plenty of goals this year.
So deep kick off. And on the bring back mission is Thomas Flegler. Born in Townsville. Came back from Fiji a few weeks ago, represented the Australian Prime Minister's 13. An outstanding match at ANZ Stadium in Suva. So the Aussies here looking to go forward, looking to create a little bit of havoc through the middle corridor in the opening stages of this match. So they've turned it over here, the junior Kangaroos. So France, that's the halfway line. They're about to rumble up over. And who's there? Reid Marnie, and along there with Fafita. So 5 minutes gone here. France looking to come to the edge. Marguerite, an electrifying runner of the rugby league football. When he gets going, look out for him. As they lock forward in Navarrete. So first try to Brian Kelly for the junior Kangaroos. This is Pesh. Away now to Aubert. Looking dangerous out here. Zezaria is claimed and brought down there from Crichton. So Milady now on the last tackle. What's their option here? Romano couldn't put a kick in, had not much support around him, and the ball comes back to the Australians right on their own goal line.
Not afraid to try things, Hakeem Miludi, but nothing really came off for them there. The junior Kangaroos defence fairly untroubled in that set.
This is Ruben Garrick, 22 years of age. Manly Sea Eagles. So we've got an injured player here. Looks like the French hooker in Charles Bouziac. In all sorts of pain. This would be a big blow if their hooker has to come out back into the tunnel.
A huge blow. It looks like some kind of arm injury. I don't know if he's potentially dislocated an elbow or copped a cork to the forearm. The physio just having a look at him now. We'll get a replay. He's gone in, it's like an impact injury when he's gone to make the tackle, but immediately goes to the ground. I'm not sure how much utility value they've got on their bench. They don't want to be losing a number 9 at this stage of the contest.
Just calling for a little bit more assistance here. It's the French winning 1 of 4 games in the World Nines recently. And I understand as well, Chris, next week they're heading out to Parkes to play the Country Rugby League's Western Division before heading back home.
Well, nice to hear that they're spreading the love around a little bit and venturing to Country New South Wales, getting a few more games in while they're down here on tour.
Of course, this is trying to strengthen the nucleus of the French side as we head towards the World Cup in a few years' time.
Of course, and yeah, big news, obviously, through the week with Captain Jason Battieri quitting the side, citing a lack of professionalism from the higher levels of the administration. So hopefully things can improve soon for French Rugby League.
Of course, citing a lack of professionalism from the higher ups in the national system. As we see now, the junior Kangaroos inside the 40, back to Crichton. Crichton is pulled down there on the 30. Oh, they're having a field day, causing havoc through the middle corridor. The French, they'll have to tighten up that. The Australians will exploit you all day through the middle. There goes the kick into the in-goal area. Have they lost it? Did they regain it? They're claiming a try to Victor Radley.
They're going to have a look if France has grounded this in the in-goal, but I think this is going to be a try. It was Radley, of course, who split them up the middle to create the chance, and Radley there to finish it.
It's been awarded. Well, there you go. An absolute mess as we're about to see right here on the NRL.com replay. Beautiful ball movement through the middle, and over he went. Take a look at this. Exceptional play there by Croft, putting it onto the boot. And there's the meal. Wasn't forced, and Johnny on the spot, Victor Radley from the Sydney Roosters.
Nice little kick there from Brodie Croft. It's a big opportunity for Croft, so he's going to want to lead the team around well and create whatever chances he can, and that was a perfectly weighted grubber for Victor Radley.
Easy conversion from right in front of the six there from Zach Lomax. So they're keeping up with the scoreboard so far in this clash, 12-0, and we've only had 10 minutes of the match.
Very worrying signs for the French. The Aussies are going through them far too easily, straight through the middle, and David Fifita, every time he gets the ball, he's really causing some headaches and putting the French defence in two minds. So could be a few more line breaks to come, especially on that left side for the Aussies.
Today it'll be interesting to see the performance of Newcastle's Kalen Ponga. It was the 5/8 experiment early in the season with the Knights. Didn't quite go the way that former coach Nathan Brown expected, but he'll get another shot in the number 6 jersey here, with Pappenhausen playing fullback. So interesting to see how this game unfolds. Mal Meninga, no doubt, casting a very keen eye on the junior Kangaroos, and of course throughout the week these junior Kangaroos have also been called the Australian A side from the coach in Neil Henry. But here's the replay to see why everything has come to an halt.
Tap on just goes forward there from Zach Lomax. Some signs of frustration from Ruben Garrick. He hasn't really seen any football yet. He's seen all the tries scored elsewhere on the field, and he saw some open space in front of him.
This is Paul Seguier. They're no strangers, are they, France, to this end of the field? They've been down here on a number of occasions. Although coming away empty-handed. This is Roman Navarrete. So centre of the field here, 12-0. Junior Kangaroos. Now the juice on. Right on the 10. Laven wrapped up nicely there from Brian Kelly. So away again now to Albert, putting it towards the, well, his intention was to put it in the end goal area. It didn't quite go that way. And the Aussies pounce on the footy and now come away with it. The electrifying fullback in Ryan Pappenhausen.
Interesting to see Mathieu Jussom has gone to dummy half, while the frontliner Charles Buzenac is getting checked out off the field.
Junior Kangaroos now coming forward through Campbell Graham. Now, will that bring a penalty? Yes, it does.
Had to be. Got all tangled up there, the tackler in the play of the ball.
The referee, this one, as we mentioned, is Grant Atkins, doing a fair job so far. His assistant referees today is Todd Smith and also Stefan Vincent. All having a crack, doing their best. Just like this man, always willing to do his best, Corey Horsburgh. Now that's Marnie turning it away for Fifita. Always hard to put on his back. Standing in the tackle. So Marnie finding Croft. Flegler offloading. Little bit of razzle-dazzle here by the junior Kangaroos. Crichton straightening the ship. So Marnie again. Australia pressing again. Radley straight over. He will not score an easier try. The junior Kangaroos in full control.
Again, just a little bit too easy for Australia. More danger signs for the French side. Too soft on the goal line there. Radley spots half an opening and breaks the tackle and goes straight through.
Just have a look at the faces of the French. They're just saying to themselves, how did that happen?
entitled to make the tackle there. Definitely some frustration on the line. You can see on Paul Segier's face there, he's not happy with that effort.
16 points to nil.
There he is, Victor Radley. And Neil Henry actually mentioned they don't know that much about their opposition today. So it's the unknown for the junior Kangaroos. But by now, I think the French know a lot about their counterparts here today.
I'm sure they've seen probably more than they'd like by the time this match wraps up. It's not quite a full-strength French team. There's some senior players who aren't on the trip. There are some Super League players in there, but some of the French championship players who just play domestically as well. So certainly some faces the Aussies wouldn't have seen before.
And between the junior Kangaroos, top 17, one of the stats I was reading throughout the week, 116 NRL games combined. Of course, Crichton leads the pack with 81. And when we see Tino Fasua Malawi, the back rower, the Melbourne back rower coming on, wow. He's big, he's strong. What doesn't he have? What doesn't he have?
It's been a big postseason for Fasua Malawi. He's played for Samoa and Australia, the PMs, then Samoa in the nines, and back to Australia for the junior Kangaroos. So a busy postseason for Tino.
Chris, I'll mention to you as we see the junior Kangaroos coming off the line. Mal Meninga, do you believe he's got this pathway system going forward the right way?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I think everyone I've spoken to within the setup and former junior Kangaroos, Craig Wing wrote a column for us during the week reflecting on his time in the junior Kangaroos, and he feels like this is a better pathway. It's probably closer to an Australia A, even if it's still officially the junior Kangaroos. And you see old junior Kangaroos teams and guys who probably don't even go on to play first grade necessarily. Obviously some superstars in the making as well, but this is all established NRL players now and guys who kind of know that they're on the radar.
Can the French get back into the field of play? No, they can't. Marguerite, he tried his best, tried valiantly to get into the field of play, but the Aussies, all class, we're going to have a goal line dropout.
Almost another perfect set there for Australia. They went the full length of the field, and that kick from halfway just absolutely sits up on a dime, and the lanky winger Marguerite gets back there to clean it up, but by the time he turns around, there's green and gold jerseys in front of him and just can't quite get back in the field of play. Reed Marnie in the corner there with a great tackle.
Great vision though, beat two, but stopped in his tracks right there. So the goal line dropout, 50 metres on the roll, and Campbell Graham just short of the 30, away to Croft. He now finds Flegler. 4 over the top, trying to put these huge under-23s into the ground. The cream of the crop as far as young talent goes. This is Garrick, speaking of cream of the crop. He's having a moment so far to remember. Comes away down to Lomax. They spin it through Marnie. He now finds Croft. Croft now finds Ponga. Great ball. Flegler. Thomas. And Fafita finishes it off. David Fafita. How about that? The captain is just too big, too strong. And David Fafita, as I mentioned, back from Fiji last week, 19 years of age, and here he comes onto the ball right now. Look at this beautiful work there by Ponga. Got it away, and who was there? Fafita, and just strength over. How easy was that?
Ponga showing some great skill. Once again, beats the first one, holds up the pass, gets it to David Fafita, and as we've seen pretty much every time he's touched the ball today when he winds up on that left edge, the first man can't stop him. He busts out of tackles, and that close to the line, there's just not much they can do to stop him, and felt like a matter of time until the big man crashed over for a 4-pointer.
As I said, 7 tries this year. David Fafita, the captain, impressive form. Just going on with it. Just like his side behind him. Really showing everybody what the junior Kangaroos are capable of. Straight in front of the goalpost, and there goes the touch judges. They're having a field day with the conversions. Flags are up, and the Australians, they put the scoreboard further up as well, and here's this try again to the captain, the inspiration. In for feeder. Beautiful ball, wasn't it, from Ponga?
Lovely work from Ponga. The Aussies in front of the clock here. It could be a fairly sizable score by half-time if France can't get themselves back into the arm wrestle.
So Chris Kennedy from NRL.com down here at Wynn Stadium in Wollongong. Got 3 huge games coming your way. We go into the Jillaroos and the Kiwi Ferns at 5:40. And then the big one tonight at 8:10, the Australian Kangaroos and the New Zealand Kiwis. A little bit of niggle here at Wynn Stadium.
Flegler took exception to the tackle and grabbed the defender, put him down with him, and it was pretty much all on from that point. Just a little bit of jersey grabbing. They'll split him up here, and hopefully it's just to play the ball.
Chris, what do you think's going through the minds of the French right now?
Probably wondering how they stop David Fifita on that left edge at the moment. They'd be getting a little bit nervous every time he touches the ball, but the Aussies got threat on both sides of the park and well and truly outclassed in the playmakers as well. They probably want to just get their hands on the ball. The last set obviously ended in a dropout and the Aussies scored. They haven't had a lot of possession in the last 5 or 10 minutes.
The French now through Albert, finding Juicem, who's delivering. Away now to Vincent Albert, who's standing right out wide, right out there on the Pacific Ocean side of Wynn Stadium. So they're looking to throw the football around here at every opportunity to get back into the contest. Will the junior Kangaroos allow them to? 24 points to nil on the NRL.com scoreboard. Navarrete.
Big shot from Horsburgh there.
Lined him up with an absolute beauty. They're pressing with the short ball on this occasion. So searching for their first point of the match. Navarrete again gets his second touch. Slowly getting to his feet. So halfway through the first half of football, there goes the kick in towards the in-goal area. And Campbell Graham saves the day for the junior Kangaroos, and he's back into the field of play by a couple of metres.
You can see the difference there between the execution of these two teams when it's down the other end. The Aussies are there in numbers to force the line dropout, but down this end of the field, Campbell Graham just able to evade the tacklers, get back in the field of play, and then possession-free side.
So again, we see Fifita. What a captain's knock so far. Horsburgh, what a great ball. Junior Kangaroos, Pappenhausen, away to go. 30 metres left to run. He puts on the afterburners. He says, I'll do my best. Thank you very much, Wynn Stadium.
Second he gets into space, he thought one-on-one with the fullback. There's not much chance of him getting stopped from there. Ryan Pappenhausen, a noted speedster, scored bags of tries for the Storm this year. And there was a beautiful little offload at the start of that from Corey Horsburgh, who's had a big couple of minutes, the Big Red.
And here he is, Corey Horsburgh. What a ball off the hip. Pappenhausen, what a great step. A 50-metre try right in the corner. And it all came from that incredible passage of rugby league. This is why the whole rugby league world has a huge rap on this man.
The crowd that is in early to watch this one, that's what they'll be hoping for. Ryan Pappenhausen and those speedsters in open space, and they certainly got a taste there.
Sideline conversion coming up. The junior Kangaroos now lead 28 points to nil over the French.
Picks up his first try here at Wynn Stadium. Brilliant play. Just watching him put the foot down in open flight. Sensational rugby league by a sensational individual off the back of a fantastic year. What an electric fullback. What a huge future. The kick is unsuccessful.
It's his first tricky shot of the afternoon, Zach Lomax. The other ones have all been fairly adjacent, but that one from out wide doesn't quite get it to come back.
Nice crowd as well, Chris, coming in through the turnstiles at the moment.
I'm sure there's a few people going to be trying to leave work early, but if you are in the area, that hill looks very inviting.
At Wynn Stadium, let's make some noise for the French team. this afternoon.
To the French. With 23 minutes elapsed, the Australians more than 1 point a minute here this afternoon. So let's just keep a close eye on the French here and see how far they allow the junior Kangaroos to get up their other end of the field, looking to muscle up at every opportunity. There's Barthez. So there goes the kick. Nicely diffused at the back there by their fullback in Thomas Laven. Plays for the Grizzlies in the French second division over in France. Played rugby league, their fullback from a very young age, looking to go on to represent his home country in the World Cup in a few years' time. There goes the kick. Let's play it up the other end of the field. Nice kick in the end. And Pappenhausen, he's got a little bit of room in front of him as well. We know what he can do. We know he can offload the footy. Perfectly demonstrated there to Brian Kelly.
It's dangerous there from Pappenhausen. The French were able to shut it down on that occasion.
France, how are they feeling right now? The Aussies in full flight. Fafita looking to offload it. Touched by the French. A little bit of hot potato here.
Could be a double knock on. I think that went forward from Fafita before the France player touched the ball, so it should be a French scrum feed, I think.
Yeah, and that's the way referee Grant Atkins has seen it as well. Here's Fafita trying to get that ball away, and there's the touch.
Forward into Jusson,
yeah.
So double knock on, and France will get a chance in the Australian half.
He replaced Thomas Fleckler. And a couple of changes as well for the French team.
Thanks for your company this afternoon on NRL.com. Also on the NRL app for all your rugby league news. Head to www.nrl.com. Your one-stop shop for rugby league. There he goes again for a scoot from dummy half. Lavan looking around. They're trying to find gaps, but the gaps, they're just not appearing from the junior Kangaroos. Miludi. Now, did he just lose that out of his possession? Referee thinks he has. He's not so sure.
That's a shame. It was a nice run from Maludi. Looked like something just a little bit building there for the French team, and he skipped through the first tackle, but comes up with an error as he goes to ground. So unfortunately, another chance goes begging for France.
This will show it.
Head in, boys. Head in. Thanks.
Just a loose carry, I think.
Heads down, fellas. Here we go.
So Ponga.
Hang right, head in. He's got to hold you. Head in.
From Newcastle Knights.
Hold out.
11 tries this year for Newcastle. They're denied. They thought for a moment all their Christmases have come at once there from Miludi.
A little bit of a scrum play there, I think, from France, but no, you can't get away with that. I applaud the enterprise, but it's going to be a penalty to Australia.
Here it is on the NRL.com replay.
Just a little bit offside.
Just a little bit offside.
Just a tiny bit too early there from Hakeem Maludi.
Right. Go.
Junior Kangaroos finding the touch line. So let's see. They would not be at all interested going into the break at 28 points to nil. A lot more razzle-dazzle. Hopefully coming our way from the green and golds as we head in towards half-time. There's Crichton. Running straight there into Singari. Down to the 30, 12 minutes out from Oranges. Away to Croft, he comes short this time now. Offloading the pass again. Marnie delivering the footy out the back door. Gula, Turkish heritage I understand as well, from Canberra. Got to know him a lot over the last few seasons. Can they get there? Did they lose it? Referee's going to consult with his touch judges, but he's going to give the try. And I think you'll find it's gone the way of Zach Lomax from St George Illawarra. There he is right now. It's all too easy here at Wynn Stadium, here in Wollongong.
Nice pass there from Pappenhausen to get Zach Lomax one-on-one with the winger. Marguerite had Ruben Garrick waiting outside him, but he takes the winger on. He's able to just get the ball down.
This will show it perfectly on the front-on shot. Just went all the way, didn't he? Too big, too strong. Thank you very much.
The clock had just caught up to the Kangaroos and they've skipped ahead again, so up to 32-0 in the 30th minute.
So Zach Lomax. The kicking duties for the junior Kangaroos. 20 years of age. It's brought it in around 5 or 6 metres in from touch. You won't miss a beat here today on the NRL.com stream. Multiple cameras right around the ground. 4 from 5 today. Taking his time. Crowd really enjoying it. The best young talent in this country.
No.
He's bringing it back around, but just waved away, Chris.
Must have been close, almost went directly over the right-hand upright. I thought he got it there for a second, but no good according to the touchies.
Here it is. Over he goes.
Strong grounding, strong finish from Zach Lomax, the young Dragons centre. Lomax's partner, of course, Jess Surgis, in action later this afternoon, playing for the Gillaroos. Stay tuned for that one just a little bit later on.
Gillaroos, of course, will be going around against the Kiwi Ferns at 5:40. The kick-off for that one. Then the Australian Kangaroos and the New Zealand Kiwis. 10 past 8.
Kangaroos, number 14 is on. AJ.
Tough to recognise Fasua Malawi now. He's cut the bleach blonde locks off. He was certainly standing out during the week, but he's trimmed those right back.
What is it, 197 centimetres?
He's a big lad.
Over 120 kilos. Here goes that kick in towards the in-goal area, and it finds touch. Oh, they've got it on string today, the junior Kangaroo.
Thought that was going touch in goal, just took a little right-hand turn right at the end and snuck out just before the corner post. So it's going to be a scrum feed rather than 20 restarts. So pretty much everything going the way of the Australians so far.
Wait, the whistle.
The vice-captain in Brodie Croft. Comes short to Fasua Malawi. He would love to get his name up in lights. As the Aussies are going now through Ponga. He takes them on Kalen. And he's been knocked sideways there from Seguier. The Newcastle Knight to his feet. Away again to Croft. They're coming short. 15 is Butcher. 32 points to nil on the NRL.com scoreboard. A captain's run there, a couple of metres away. The junior Kangaroos through Croft, out the back door, Pappenhausen, he finds, oh, what a beautiful ball. Lowell, they're in again. Lomax, how quick, how effective. The junior Kangaroos on fire.
Beautiful work again from Pappenhausen. We saw his pace earlier on in that try that he scored, but it's his ball playing that's really caught my eye this afternoon, playing both sides of the ruck. Some lovely passing work, really causing some headaches for the France team, and just another sign of their beautiful 40-20. Like I said, so close to going dead, and he just got it. And then this work here from Pappenhausen, supporting the Angus Crichton offload, and very, very fast hands, gets to Lomax, and he goes over in the corner.
Nearly cleans up the photographers in the corner as well.
7 minutes remaining in this opening half. The junior
Oh, this is absolute class.
36 points to nil.
Well done. Well done, Zach Lomax.
It's Louis Bokos from the NRL.com team that just got steamrolled in the corner there. Hope you're okay, Louis.
They're keeping up with the clock. Second try this afternoon to Zach. Only a few moments ago, he picked up his first. Now looking to convert the try. And just to the right-hand side of the post.
None from 3 now from the touchline after getting his first 4 straight. Zach Lomax doesn't look too happy with that one.
But with the scoreline like this, doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, I think when you're a goal kicker, you got to strive for perfection. I don't think it's going to affect the outcome of the match, but Zach Lomax will be frustrated to miss those last 3.
Nice crowd rolling onto the hill here as well at Wynn Stadium. What a complex it is now. People of the Rugby League down there in Wollongong should be very proud of their stadium by the beach.
Interesting to see AJ Brimson coming on at dummy half, spelling Reid Marnie, traditionally a halfback or a 5'8" or a fullback. Played a bit off the bench for the Titans this year, and he's being used off the bench in the hooking role by Neil Henry this afternoon.
So Ponga tries to go himself. He loves that catch and step. We know that. When he get away, he's like one of those quick sports cars in open flight. Lamborghini or Ferrari.
He's the Ferrari.
So rumbling past the 30. There goes the kick. Croft. This will bring Ryan. Oh, what a beautiful diffusing catch at the back. That was pressure, and that was pressure diffused.
Smart play there from Zach Lomax too, just held up his run. He was at risk of taking the catcher out in the air and giving away a penalty, but he just checked his run and made contact after the fullback had come back down.
This is Paul Marcon coming in off the wing. Take a look at this. The perfect definition at the back for any young footballer watching how to go about it. Sensational at the back. A little bit of niggle coming into this match. A little bit of spice there with Fafita. The Australians will not play into that. So 36 points to nil on the NRL.com scoreboard. They're going to kick well inside their own 30. Nice torpedo punt downtown. The junior Kangaroos, they've got good field territory, haven't they, here to launch an attack. And Garrick doesn't want to go past the halfway line on this occasion. But they've got a full set right here, leading into half-time. There's Crichton. They're thinking, well, the only way we're going to bring him into the down is if we pick up his legs and drive him into the lush turf here. Grimson, he goes himself. That was a short ball. Pappenhausen, he's over again. Try number 2. Try number 2 to Ryan Pappenhausen. What a phenomenal match he's having.
AJ Brimson, the fresh legs coming on and causing some trouble through the middle of the ruck, shoots from dummy half, finds the supporting player, and Pappenhausen again, he's been in absolutely everything, close to the best player on the field, gets another try, and how do they stop him?
Knowing where your support player is going to be. Ryan Pappenhausen right underneath the black dot.
Storm teammates lining up there. Brodie Croft finding Pappenhausen in support.
The halfback for the junior Kangaroos, AJ Grimson, has been impressive.
What a pleasure to watch.
Beautiful rugby league.
Up to 140 metres.
Rugby league at its absolute finest. And as we alluded to, Ryan Pappenhausen, his second try today. I'm still getting over his first try.
How good was it?
50-metre effort in full flight. And then this one. He's after his hat trick.
Lomax will be happy that this one's from in front, I think, after the last couple.
40-0. Lomax. Could kick this one over with his bedroom slippers. Straight over the black dot here. 42 points to 0. Incredible first half of rugby league from the junior Kangaroos.
First half whitewashed from Australia against the French. 8 tries now. Pappenhausen a double, Lomax a double, Radley a double, Kelly and Fafita 1 each. Floodgates are well and truly opened. What does the second half have in store?
Stay back. Kick.
So they're going to go high with the recommencement. Trying something. Kasua Malawi, fresh from representing the Australian MP over in Fiji. They're tiptoeing their way down the sideline. Foot in the touch.
A bit too adventurous on that occasion, but right on half-time, you may as well try something. So one of the French players, might have been Jordan Desiree, peeled out of one of those tackles a little bit injured. Just have to keep an eye on him carrying that right arm there.
Just look for that. There it is there. But when you're on fire, you're willing to exploit the width of the field. Doesn't matter. Running on adrenaline. What an impressive first 40 minutes of rugby league. It's been, as Chris mentioned, a whitewash, an absolute carve-up. Plenty of standout players. The junior Kangaroos in the first 40 minutes of rugby league. The French looking to drop this onto the boot, and they find the touchline a couple of metres out.
I think they're just about to take us through to half-time. Yep, there's the siren. 42-0. Absolute dominance from the Australians. That man there, David Fafita, hugely dominant on that left edge.
Yeah, 42 points to 0. Brilliant first half performance from the green and gold. Incredible. So they're off to the sheds. And we're off to a break. We'll be back with the next 40 minutes right after this. So France heading back out. How hot is it here today in Wollongong? We're still on 30 degrees. Humidity at 68%. The wind coming out of the south, if we just check the bureau. What an absolute stinker. But boy, the Australians, aren't they turning on the heat?
Yeah, we saw some storm clouds off in the distance on the wide shot earlier. I don't think they're going to be here in time to cool things down for the French team. Hopefully they got together and had a good chat at half-time, and they can just find a way to, to steady down and muscle up and just get their hands on the footy.
So 8 tries. We've seen them all. Kelly doubled the Radley for Feeder, Pappenhausen picking up 2, and Lomax. There he is right there. Still here. The future. Wow. What a fullback we're going to have.
Third string fullback at the Storm just 12 months ago. And then, I think it was probably that magic round game against Parramatta where he was electric for his half hour on the field. What a season he's had.
So we're underway for the second half. Junior Kangaroos. They would have got their instructions from their coach in Neil Henry.
Go one.
He would have been absolutely thrilled with what this side has achieved so far.
Go 2.
We know they'll go on with it. They'll go the full 80.
Go 3.
Stay with us right here on NRL.com.
Release. Hold. Go
In the
4.
first set of 6, they've been able to cross over the halfway line again, and they're on the attack again, the Aussies.
5. Go Angus. Go.
Come 60, 70 metres in their first encounter of the first in the second half. There goes the kick downfield, and nicely diffused at the back right in their own goal line.
Thought they were going to be a little bit of a miscommunication there, but Paul Marcon comes away with it.
Get up. Hold. Wait.
So this is Vincent
Go
Aubert,
2.
the
Come on,
centre
Davey.
3/4. Plays in the French First Division.
Go 3.
A lot of Super League experience in First and Second Division in the French Rugby League system on display here this afternoon. So they're really getting a good workout against quality opposition, because the World Cup's only on the door, is on pretty much on the doorstep. There goes the kick downtown. The Australians running rings around them up there. Here's Garrick. They're back out to the 40, Chris Kennedy, already.
Get up.
No stranger to this ground either, Ruben Garrick, a Wollongong product before finding his feet at Manly this year.
Move. Back here. Hold. Go 2.
So the Aussies again. Crichton's trying to probe a gap
Get off.
this time.
Hold. Wait.
Closes there from Seguier. So Croft again, finding Ponga. Short to Fafita. That's the 30. So Kalen finding himself in a dummy half on this occasion. Finding Croft. So this is the last tackle now for the junior Kangaroos. Ponga goes himself, puts it onto the toe. Will they be driven back in towards their own in-goal area? Yes, they were. Now, did they kick out in the tackle? We'll have a replay. But right now, it looks like Fafita, he's in all sorts of agony.
I wonder if he's copped a stray boot to the face there, potentially from Paul Marcon, as he was looking to fight his way back into the field of play. The winger showing immediate signs of concern for his rival. I don't think there's any intention.
Oh.
There it is. That's just unfortunate. Yeah, he's not looking at what he's doing there, Marcon, but you can see the blood from David Fafita getting some attention now. Hopefully it's just a cut and there's nothing structural there, but it's not a good sign.
So Fafita, the stud would have went right into his eye. Let's see if we can pick it up there.
Ooh.
And he's just fell to the ground.
Goes straight to the ground, yeah. Do not like seeing that, and he looks a little bit rattled too, the French winger Marcon. He wouldn't have enjoyed that either, but thoughts obviously with David Fafita. Let's hope there's nothing too serious wrong.
Of course, Marcon plays in the English Championship. 4 tests for France. Showing his own concern. Likewise, the bench. Thoughts with David Fafita right here. You can just see the left eye closed. He's just saying to himself, this couldn't be happening.
Yeah, he's been having a terrific game, a huge occasion for him. He's going off the field. He's going to get checked for an HIA, but it looks like his eye's open, so that's good news. It's a It's a scary moment, but it looks like a cut across the face around the eye rather than anything structural to the eyeball, which was my initial concern. So I don't know if we'll see him again today, but yeah, hopefully nothing too long term for the young Bronco.
No doubt he'll be going back up the tunnel.
Hold. Go.
The junior Kangaroos still in possession here. 4 minutes gone in the second half.
Go one.
So Brimson looking around. Aussie support play's been sensational here this afternoon at Wynn Stadium.
Get off now. Hold square, wait. Go two.
So Radley goes short. Ponga, great football. Butcher offloads it. Back to Ponga. There's a try in the corner. Campbell Graham, thank you very much.
More lovely ball movement from the Aussies. Kalen Ponga once again heavily involved, passing and supporting. Throws the last cutout ball for Campbell Graham to score in the corner, and Aussies stretch their lead.
Keep an eye on Ponga. He knew if he could get it back, there was space to the edge. Beautiful vision. And Graham, the 20-year-old, he'll soak them up anytime.
Kangaroos extend their lead over the French, 46 points to 0. Changes made by both sides. Victor Radley back on in the 13 jumper, replacing David Fafita.
Cameras take you
is on as well for the French in the number 8.
into the thick of the action.
He replaces number 16, Arnaud Barthez.
Change of goal kicker here. Lomax has had his go, and Ruben Garrick, the young Sea Eagle sharpshooter, is going to line up a kick from the touchline. It's going to be his first kick of the day, and it's a tough one to start with.
Right onto the chalk. They're broadcasting from the Western Grandstand, and big crowd coming through. Looking at this kick from the sideline, and just to the left-hand side of the post. A hot day, and what about the option on the field? It's just revving up.
Yeah, it's Aussies have picked up where they left off in the first half. A little delay there for the Fafita injury, but straight away Aussies extend their lead, get their first try of the second stanza.
Joined by Chris Kennedy in the NRL commentary box for this one. Don't forget the Jillaroos are in action against the Kiwi Ferns at 5:40.
Go one.
And then we're expecting a mammoth crowd for the Kangaroos up against the Kiwis
Get out now.
at 8:10 tonight.
Hold, wait, hold.
Because that game will be live on the wide world of sports.
Stand up. Go
Don't
three.
miss it. The future stars of Australia right here in front of our very own eyes. Pong, a great ball. Back to Graham. Shut the gate. Too quick, too strong, too good.
Look at the decision-making here from Brian Kelly. He had options on his left and on his right. He sums things up beautifully. He saw the man on his inside was a little too heavily marked. He drew the last defender, finds Campbell Graham on his outside, and Graham joins the growing list of Aussie players who've got a double this afternoon.
Was the Ponga show again. Kelly onto Campbell Graham, strolling over.
Sorry, that was Kalen ignoring the players on his inside, and Kelly finding Campbell Graham on the outside.
Oh, the green and gold. Impressive. The future's bright.
The future is very bright. I wonder how many of these players we'll see in the senior Kangaroos team over the next couple of years. I wager it'll be a couple.
So Garrick. Looking to bang this one straight over. He makes no mistake. It's a bloodbath here at Wynn Stadium.
Certainly is. Garrick gets his first points of the afternoon via that 2 points from pretty much in front. He'll be hoping for a bit more open pastures on his side of the field and join the growing list of try scorers as the game goes on.
Wait. Wait here.
Back underway. No strangers to the recommencement of play, are they, the French here today? Graham, a double. Lomax, a double. And a double to Radley.
Go one.
And don't forget, Pappenhausen also picking up a double. So who's going to be...
Hold.
Let's go into that crystal ball, Chris. A hat trick. Could it come from Graham, Lomax, Pappenhausen? Could be more than...
Could be most of them.
Yeah.
The way this game's going, you'd have to think Pappenhausen's going to be keen to get his hands on the footy a little bit more as this half progresses.
Nice placement of the footy. That's Miludi. He looks up and there's the wall of defence from the junior Kangaroos.
Back here, boys. Wait.
Alexander brimps it in there along there with Victor Radley.
Move. Here. Go two.
Margaretti, he can go. Let's watch him go. Over the 40 he goes. Thank you very much for the opportunity to get me down to the halfway, he says. Now who's going to back it up? They're lining up. It's just a matter of putting it through the back line. Offload it. Thank you. They work it to the right-hand side. Segues, thank you very much. He off to offload it. Now they're bundled into touch. Or did he get the pass away? He got the pass away. That's better play by the French.
Much better from France. It all started from the beautiful run down on the left from Marguerite, and then some nice support play gets them rolling on the front foot.
Singarari now on the 30. They're going to go high to the air. The biggest kick of the match so far, and the biggest tackle as well. Oh, Zezazara on Pappenhausen. Bang!
He's had a couple of big collisions the last couple of minutes, Pappenhausen. His ribs will be feeling it after that one.
Move. Hold.
Well done, Ryan.
Go two.
We don't know how you ended up doing it, but you did.
Must have been close to a penalty. He must have just got his toes down back on the turf when contact was made.
That's class.
Go three.
On the Melbourne Storm. 9 tries this year. As we mentioned, a fantastic year.
Off. Go four.
With Melbourne. And all class here this afternoon for the junior Kangaroos.
Fifth and last. No more of that.
For Tuamalawi to the 40.
Go.
11 minutes gone, second half. You're live on NRL.com, just outside the 40.
All right, that tackle.
Nicely diffused there by Melodui. He's got support on his left. He runs away from support. Now he's looking around for his winger, but it goes himself.
Move.
That's confidence.
Interesting to see Meludi dropping back as well. He spent the first half in the halves. He's played plenty of fullback, plenty of wing, plenty of centre for France before as well. Now he's playing at the back. So interesting to see if he can use his running game a little bit more than what we saw in the opening 40.
12 minutes into the second half. 10
Hold.
tries for the junior Kangaroos in 51 minutes of rugby league. Desiria. That's the halfway line on his back.
Hold. Wait. Wait. Go four. That side.
Lower kick. In between fullback and the winger. Will it set up in the in-goal area? Pappenhausen sees it go dead. Back out to the 20.
Unlucky again for France. They just can't quite get those last little bits of execution right, and it's been the difference between the two teams.
Great to have Chris Kennedy from NRL.com. Moving all the analysis in this clash. And on NRL.com, over a number of years, your one-stop shop for rugby league information. For Tuamalawi now to the 40.
Hold. Wait back. Go
Just been told a crowd of around 4,000 or 5,000 in here today as well. So that's great to see. This is Radley. Taken down there from Belmas. Quick go forward here. Now away to Ponga. There's the goose step. He goes himself. It was knocked down. Was a play that by the French. Keep an eye on the referee. They've towed it ahead. All of a sudden, we're playing a little bit of A-League. Here goes the kick. Can they get it back? Referee has said, play on. Now, was he taken away from the football by Campbell Graham?
Big call coming up here. I thought it was knocked down from a French hand upfield.
Well, he's given a penalty to the French. our referee and Grant Atkins has said you've taken him away off the footy.
Well, if you've got play on upfield, then I think that was a justified penalty. You can't play at the player without the ball.
So this is their time now.
Well,
Off the back of this, adrenaline is high.
Emre, move.
What can come of this?
Go one.
France rumbling forward. Navarrete
Get off. Hold.
right back on their own goal
Go two.
line. The junior Kangaroos.
2, thanks.
52-0. They'd love to go back to France with a try. There's the pass out the back. Leven. Taken in
Hold. Release.
a couple of metres away. Junior Kangaroos. This will test their defence. Bartes says, give it to me.
AJ. Hold. Go for.
Inside the 10. Miladui gives it away. Kene. He's close. His nose. Right on the chalk. Last tackle, penalty. Hands in there. Well, they'll welcome this.
Just a couple of little slices of luck for the French team. They needed that. They got the loose ball upfield and then followed by the penalty. Now a last tackle penalty. They've finally got some sustained possession for the first time in the match. Now what can they do with it?
Who's lining up? Their big prop, bustling prop in Push. Australia stretched out here. Oh, they've put it down. Leven putting it down on the first, and Garrick comes up with it.
First play, that's disappointing. There was something building there for the French team. They needed to test the Aussies out, make them work it off their own line for a full set, and let's see what happens here.
10 tries if you just clicked on to NRL.com to the Aussies. We've seen some miraculous tries from the youngsters from all over the football park.
Come over there.
As I mentioned, 10 tries. Graham 2, Lomax 2, Pappenhausen 2 and Radley 2 along with Kelly. We have seen rugby league at its best from our juniors here today. And it's been referred to, I guess, Chris, as the junior Kangaroos. But Neil Henry throughout the week, he's alluded to his side as Australia A.
Well, I guess if you told Angus Crichton 6 months ago he was going to be playing for the junior Kangaroos at the end of the year, he probably wouldn't have believed you. But that's the way it's turned out. And
Ponga straight through the middle, Chris. Where's the support?
I wasn't there on that occasion.
Get up. Oh.
That's the 20.
You went back over
Another
the top,
penalty.
mate. I gave you plenty there.
They're coming into an element of their own.
There's your mark here.
They've been in an element of their own, I guess, since the second minute. But this is taking it to another gear now, the junior Kangaroos. Of course, with Brian Kelly scoring our first try in the second. It's been one-way traffic since the get-go.
Move! Hold! Go one.
So Brimson across the right-hand side of the field. The ball pops out. Croft goes back and collects. They're off the hook, the French.
Radley with the error on that occasion. Yeah, the Aussies had to soak up a very short period of duress on their own line and then straight up the other end, but can't add to their scorecard on this occasion with Radley not quite able to hang on to that one.
Still hovering on 28.3 degrees. It is, well, it's just hot, hot,
Get
hot.
down.
Lock in. Neil Henry's
Head
gone
in,
back
mate.
to his bench
In you
finally.
go.
It was a very long
Hold
stint
out.
for the bench forwards. Corey Horsburgh back on the field after a long rest, and we'll probably see Thomas Flegler back into the action, you'd imagine, fairly shortly as well.
So we're coming up to the 58th minute of the contest. Jusson beyond the 30.
Hold!
Taken down there from Kelly. Now to Paul Seguier, 32 years of age,
Hold! Wait.
the veteran of
Go
the
for it,
side.
Matt. Inside.
Plays for Barrow.
15.
40-20 chance? No, doesn't get the bounce.
Quite go their way. They're not having much luck today, are they, the French? But the Aussies certainly putting on a spectacle for everybody here to see.
Go, mate, go. One.
And this is just the entree for another 2 more big games of rugby league coming your way. Crichton.
Move! Come on, up! Hold.
Once again, just missing the
Go
support.
Australia, Kangaroo. They're looking around. What are they going to do, the junior Kangaroos? Here they go. Horsburgh. Oh! Thank you. The crowd say, we love it. And he says, I love you back.
I didn't know he had that sort of a sidestep on him, the big Raider. You really do love to see it.
There he is. Let's have a look at this. Let's watch in awe. Horsburgh is about to come into the shot. There. 25 metre. What about the dummy?
The dummy in the step.
Under the post.
The big man in open space. What a sight. Look at the grin. He's enjoyed that one.
We talk about the Kalen Ponga, the catch and the step. Now we've got the dummy in the step from Horsburgh.
He'll be calling himself Callum Ponga at training next thing.
Oh, he'll be loving that. And the kick from right in front from Ruben Garrick. Bangs at home, drills at home. They've got it on a string today, the junior Kangaroos.
They certainly do. Corey Horsburgh, yet another name on the try-scoring list for the junior Kangaroos. Not a lot of people would have had him in their starting 17 for Canberra at the start of the year. He impressed through the trials, found his way into the first-grade team, found his way into a grand final. He's had a wonderful season. Now he finishes it off with a start in the junior Kangaroos. Queensland product, found a chance at Canberra this year, and he's making the most of it.
Wait for it, guys. Yeah.
And we're back underway. Live and exclusive right here on NRL.com and on the NRL app. They'll turn it over. Hearing the referee saying play on.
Nice work from France there. It was a good offload from Horsburgh, but the French player was on hand to just tap it back, and they've earned possession.
McKenna. 11 tries.
Hold.
For the junior Kangaroos. Where do we start the highlights for this one?
Hold.
About the second minute, I'm pretty sure it was.
Go 3.
So the French. To Roma Mano.
4, Victor. Hold.
Radley's in there. Samuel Ludi. Short off the hip, it comes to Kenai.
5 last, get square markers. Hold. Go.
There goes the kick. They're looking to get it back here. Referee has said play on. The Aussies scrambling here. There's a push in the back here, Chris.
Hang on, boys, just wait.
Looked like a knock on there from
Tony,
Zach Lomax, but the referee's got them for a
leg
push.
on leg. Just wait.
Well trapped from Butcher, the big man, Arno Barthez with the kick.
Do you want Mike get this mark? You called it. Yeah. Yeah. You right, Nat?
Inside the 10.
Angus, get out!
58-0.
Go, 1.
Live and exclusive right here on NRL.com. Bill Mass.
Move!
He's searching for his name up in lights.
Go 2.
Can they get there on this occasion? You bet they can. Matthew Jusong. Over you go. And the French crowd who are in here today loving it.
I don't know how many of them there are, but it's a long awaited reward for the French team. Jussom, he's been on nice and early after Buzenak hurt his arm. Doesn't look like we'll be seeing Buzenak again today. Jussom's had a big afternoon, plenty of work to do in the middle, spots a little bit of a gap out of dummy half. He goes over, just a little bit lazy around marker there from Horsburgh and Brodie Croft, spies the gap, and at least he ensures that the French team don't finish with the duck egg.
They've avoided it. And that huge round of applause, I'm sure, came from the Australians saying, guess what, boys? You were able to get over our boys.
Just a little polite clap of appreciation for, you know, the good sign is they haven't stopped trying, the French team, and a little bit of a celebration there too. They probably came in knowing they weren't expected to do too much in terms of damaging the scoreboard, but good to see they haven't, you know, given up.
The French head to Parks next Wednesday to take on the Western Plains division out of the Country Rugby League before heading back home, and then of course counting down to the Rugby League World Cup
2021. It's not that far away. They need to sort of take every chance they can get to start building some cohesion, the French Rugby League team. So hopefully they can, like we said at the top, sort out the issues they've had between the players and the administration and get some more consistent performances on the board.
We've got a couple of years to turn things around on and off the park.
Go two.
As we count down to the Rugby League World Cup. What a tournament that's going to be.
Three. Stand up. Wait, go three.
It's the French here. Looking sharp. That try, no doubt,
Tackle four. Wait.
giving them a short burst of confidence. Lack of discipline there from the Aussies.
David Fafita making the tackle. Good to see him back on the field. He's had his head taped up, so nothing too serious there. Obviously passed his HIA check as well. He'll be delighted to be able to finish the game. Obviously, as we touched on, he's the captain. He played really well in the first half, so glad that he won't be watching the end of this one from the sidelines of the sheds.
Go.
10 metres inside the Junior Kangaroos half.
Wait, go one.
58-4. 11 tries to 1.
Get off! Hold. Go two.
Inside the final 14 minutes of the match. All there. Looking around, floats a speculator. And the Aussies dive on the footy right on their own 20-metre line.
Hold. Go. One. Move.
No doubt Mal Meninga casting a very close eye over this contest. Because as he said, whoever is having a blinder here could well go on to cement an Australian Kangaroos jersey or be a part of the squad down the track.
Error from the Aussies there, so it comes to nothing. I think
mate, that's a late call, mate.
Scrappy play the ball.
It's a late call, mate. What's wrong?
France off the hook in the short term.
Oh, but it'll get reviewed. It'll get reviewed all tomorrow.
David.
What about Horsburgh? If he's not scoring tries this afternoon, Chris, he's trying to set them up.
A little bit too adventurous from Big Red there. The pass just floating forward to Croft.
Beautiful kick for touch. Finding it right on the 10. The French here growing in confidence.
Move! Thomas square!
This is Persh. Juicem now sending it to the left. Lovely pass on the inside. Wasn't it a Belmas? Quick go forward, quick hands. Out the back. There's a chance out here. All Bear. He's down inside the 10. So Juicem again spins it to the left-hand side of the field. The French, there they are, right in the middle of the park. They're 10 out. looking for their second try of the contest. There goes the kick into the in-goal area. Ponga, he's got to get back into the field of play. No chance in the world. He goes over the dead ball line, back first, goal line, dropouts.
Very short interruption to the coverage as someone wanted in front of our cameras there. But yeah, nice little set from the French. Hakeem Maloudi with a little chip over the top. Ponga can't quite take it cleanly, so France will get another set.
Stay behind.
Ponga, all smiles.
Kick.
And there's the goal line dropout. It's a short one. It's gone 22. On the bring-back mission.
Backwards.
It's Paul Seguier, did well. Out the ball comes again to Allbear. Taken into the ground.
Tom, get out of there. Hold.
Horsburgh,
Wait.
one of them in the
Go.
tackle. So Miloudi now. Miloudi, can he reach out? He's within 2 metres. Here come the French. They're going backwards though. Now they're looking to straighten it up. Well, they've lost ground. Valuable meterage. So Gisson again goes a dummy half. Kene.
Straight up.
Cleaned up there
Go for.
from Croft. So Allbear again coming short. And that was flat. It was short. It was flat. We only know what that means. It's a forward pass.
A little bit too flat, a little bit the wrong side of flat, and Aussie's off the hook. It's a good defensive set from Australia. The French team throwing the ball around a bit, but the sliding defence more than up to the task.
NRL.com replay.
No look pass.
So the play breaks down, scrum the pass on the 10-metre line. Special shout out.
Highly unusual. We haven't seen a try since the 59th minute to the Australian, for the junior Kangaroos.
All the way from Paris.
Especially when they were scoring every 3 to 4 minutes regularly up until the 59th minute of the match. Now juggled and regained, and they're away. Kelly beyond the 30. Did well there. His acrobat skills paying off for him there.
Release.
Halfway line.
Back here, boys. Come on, get up.
Green and gold's come. So Marnie plays it back. Pogler awaits, giving away now. Croft delivering back on the inside.
Stand up.
Still hitting with vigour, aren't they, France?
Hold.
Putting all their heart and their ticker into this clash. Final 10 minutes coming up. It's been a phenomenal clash. Here they go. We wanted a try. And Campbell Graham picks up his hat trick. There you go. You put the call out and they deliver.
We had a lot of doubles. We finally got a hat-trick. Campbell Graham on the end of some beautiful work from AJ Brimson. He stayed on the field with Reid Marnie coming back into the dummy half role, playing as a loose playmaker or in the halves, I think it is, and some lovely evasive work there. Gets through a very tired French team and does well to draw and pass and put Campbell Graham over for yet another try.
Third try to Campbell Graham. Savouring the moment, savouring what's to come in his playing career. 62 to 4. And Campbell Graham has picked up 12 of those points.
A South Sydney local. He came through the Rabbitohs system. He's been there from a young age. Really stamped himself in first grade in the last 2 seasons. Was good in the PM's game. Suddenly he's no stranger to the colours, green and gold. And I think we'll see a bit more of it in his future.
Look at these beautiful shots from NRL.com. The sweat, the perspiration. That's what it's all about. Taking the viewer right in. Beautiful.
Still very hot down there in Wollongong, and just another kick fades to the right of the uprights.
And there he is. Cool, calm and collected. Look at that crowd. It's pouring in. Coming up to 20 to 5 local time here in New South Wales. Business workers be knocking off, walking down the mall to Wynn Stadium for a great night of rugby league. And stay with us throughout the entire night
Wait.
on Fox
Wait.
and
Go one.
Channel 9's Wide World of Sports. We've got the Jillaroos and the Kiwi Ferns coming up after this one. Then
Get
Mal
up.
Meninga's
Back here.
Australian Kangaroos
Go 2.
head to head with the New Zealand Kiwis. I can't wait. I know you can't either, Chris.
Pump for that one. Pump for both of these two clashes coming up.
Boys.
Thomas Flegler back on the field now. Very long rest for him.
Go
He'll have
3.
plenty of energy to expend in these last 7 minutes.
Bonga walking around.
Get up. Back. Hold. Wait.
Australian
Go
headgear.
4.
Radley comes short. There goes the kick.
Kick on its feet, isn't it?
Play on in the touch.
Nah, it comes off French feet.
Comes off the French feet.
Come here, French.
So they'll get the ball back here. And they'll lap that up.
He's missing with his hands.
Chance for Australia to press through even more points as the match comes towards its close. AJ Brimson with an adventurous little kick, can't quite be cleaned up by France. Marcon there and just toes into touch safety first, but Australia gets the ball back.
There you go. Hold. Hold. Out.
So this man again, Gavin Margheriti. Been fairly impressed with what he's been able to deliver for the French.
Scores a lot of tries for Toulouse, Marguerite.
Yeah. He's played
Emre,
72
go.
games,
Back here, come on.
scored
Hold.
50 tries,
Go 2.
and we know he's got tremendous speed. What an asset heading in towards the World Cup.
Hold for 3.
If
Back
he
here,
can
wait.
develop himself
Hold. Hold. Go 3.
and form a strong nuclear side around him.
Get up. Wait. Hold.
You never
Go
know what
4.
can bring in 2 years' time from now. Levan, he's been good as well. A little kick and chase for himself. Couldn't quite go the way he wanted it to.
Play
But
on.
it's been play on all right. They're chasing through the ball. But who's there? Campbell Graham.
Shot.
Shrugged away from one, Campbell.
Get off. Hold. Go 1.
I wonder how he's feeling after that.
1.
Well, the hits, the entertainment
Back here, come on.
keeps on producing.
It's been some big shots this afternoon. Impressed by the French just not giving up here. Still keen to push up out of the line and put some hits on. Romano there on Campbell Graham.
Wait.
Just lets him know he's not going to stop trying.
Hope you've enjoyed what our Australian Kangaroo, the junior Kangaroos have dished up for everyone around the country tonight.
Outside.
Rugby league in this country going to a new level.
No ball, Toddy.
Can you believe that these are the juniors of tomorrow doing our nation proud?
Let him play it. Hold. Go 1.
And they wouldn't be out of whack, a lot of them in the senior side, would they? Having the games of their lives, showing the selectors what their individual performances
Move, Reed.
are capable of going into the big games
Go 2.
later on in their careers. And for some of them, might be earlier
Hold.
than
Go 3.
expected. This is Marcon.
Get up.
Taken down there again from
Go
Croft.
4.
And with Lomax.
5 last. Get up and square. Wait.
58
Puts
points
in
the
there.
margin
There's your mark.
with another penalty coming this way to the French.
Where you are.
As far as the
Behind him,
pendulum
boys.
goes in possession here this
Go, mate.
afternoon, 61 of it has gone to the junior Kangaroo side, only 40%.
Back here.
Australians have been able to complete 24 sets compared to only 14 to the
Hold.
French.
Go.
Victor Radley so far with the most tackles.
Read off. Hold. Get
blinder.
up, mate. Come on. Go 1.
And Crichton with 220. Run through the middle, the meterage from that individual.
Move.
Superb.
Square.
So
Hold.
France here,
Wait.
Navarrete, inside
Go
2 minutes. Tapped away. The Aussies pounce, the Aussies regain, the Aussies jump, downfield they go, inside the 40, there goes the kick, they're chasing the footy, but it's gone over the sideline.
Good chase, Todd.
Adventurous there from Garrick. Marguerite showing his pace there to reel in the Manly flyer. Saved a try. Garrick kicks it ahead, but the ball goes into touch.
How good is this? Go down, come back up, get away from Marguerite, then put it onto the toe. Trying desperately to angle it back in towards the goalpost. It came off the side of the boot and over the sideline. But wow, what vision though.
Doesn't quite get the bounce. It was a loose pass from France that was cleaned up by Garrick down the other end of the field. They should have still been pressing the Australian try line, but searching for a second try with a couple of minutes to go, you can hardly blame them.
Allez, bouge-toi, allez, il reste 1 minute.
I've got you here. I need seconds.
I wonder what that was all about.
Wait, didn't quite catch it, Pete, I'm sorry.
In you go. Out.
So the France side, the national side.
Move!
We welcome them down under
Go. One.
for the Nines and for two clashes. We mentioned not the result that they were expecting. Probably the result they were expecting, but maybe not this big of a scoreline. So that, I guess, comes down to who you ask in circles of rugby league. But Margariti, he's probably been one of their best, along with their fullback in Leven, who has the rugby league football now.
Maloudi's probably been their most dangerous for mine. And I've also been impressed with Jusson in the middle, coming on early with the injury and trying his heart out and getting their only try from dummy half.
So Campbell Graham's got to go away. Did he get the ball game? No, he didn't. So the Aussies come away with it. So there's 40 seconds remaining between the junior Kangaroos and France. They were coming up with a big hit. Didn't quite go the way France expected it to. The Aussies here through Campbell Graham. 20 seconds remaining on the NRL.com scoreboard. 12 tries to 1.
Go 3.
It's been one-way traffic since the second minute of the match. Will it continue right through to the final whistle? There's the support on the right, but it's gone into touch.
That should do us for the afternoon. No time to pack a scrum now.
3 seconds to go. The siren's about to go any second now. The players know they've come here to win stadium, put their bodies on the line and represented their country with full grace. And there it is, full time. Here on NRL.com, the junior Kangaroos getting up by 62 points to 4.
12 tries to 1. It was dominance from pretty much the very first whistle. Brian Kelly went over in the second minute. Campbell Graham finished up with a hat-trick. Zach Lomax a double. Ryan Pappenhausen a double. Victor Radley a double. David Fafita scored a try. Corey Horsburgh from Canberra with a lovely dummy in step.